Hello and welcome to Stylus Tech. Today I'm taking a look at MX-16, which is a Debian based distribution using the XFCE desktop environment. I'd never heard of this distribution, but someone in the comments of my Manjaro video told me that he uses it, so I thought I'd check it out. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. Here's the welcome screen when you first log on. MX-14 Metamorphosis, supported by a great community. Let's go on to the wiki. Do we have an English? Alright, I'll tell you what, we'll just leave that and we'll get into it. So we'll close this one. So it's got a panel on the left with what I think's a whisker menu at the bottom left instead of up here. So the clock's there where you'd usually find a launcher. Let's have a look at the panel. Yeah, so it's the whisker menu. Can make that a bit smaller, it's a bit big. So if we go into display, let's take it down a bit. A little bit more than that. 34. No, take it down to 32. Right, I'm going to leave it like that for now. So it's in desk bar mode. I'm going to flip it horizontal. I'm going to pop it up there. I'm going to install a dock, probably plank down the bottom. So what we'll do is we'll need to get rid of so that's backwards, isn't it? So we need to get rid of the Windows buttons, which is there, but what we'll do first is we'll install plank. So if we open up a terminal, okay, so that keyboard shortcut doesn't work. Run sudo apt get install plank, and then you have to just put your password in for sudo. Probably put that in wrong, I think. Yeah, 1 second. The keyboard's behind my mic, so I've got to sort of look over it. Okay, press Y to continue. Alright, I think that is done, so we'll type in exit just to close this window. Oh god, what have I done there? Actually, I'm glad I've done that because I'm going to move the clock to the right and then I'm going to move that to there. So if we go back into panel preferences, so the clock is here, I want that all the way there, so then I'll have to put a separator there. Has that not really expanded it? So if we expand, there we go. So now the clock's where I want it to be. I want my sort of notifications and internet and sound there as well. So if that's a notification area, we shall move that to there. So it's just what I'm used to, and then what I'll do is I want workspace switcher there as well. Perfect. And then do I want, so now we have separator, Windows buttons, launcher. So that's going to be for your Chrome, Firefox and file browser, I'm going to imagine. So we're going to move that all the way up to there. And now that's a bit more what I'm used to. So if we close that, there we go. So that works a bit better for me like that. Now I'm going to go down to Plank. I'm going to leave that there. So if we go into the Plank options, icon zoom, I like icon zoom. Is it not going to? Perhaps it's not got that enabled properly. IntelliHides. We'll get some themes. So it's not changing the themes properly. Right, we'll just leave it on the default. We can at least make it a bit smaller. I don't know, we'll try and install some themes later for this. Okay, so if we close that. Lovely. Right, so now what you want is to stop things being minimized. They're already going straight to. Let me just double check something. So if I open up Mail Reader, did I click it? There we go. Okay, so these are your Windows buttons up there, so they're still there. So if I was to click Mail and then click it again, Mail, click it again. Right, so if I go back onto the panel preferences, items, and then Windows buttons, I'm just going to remove that. So it means I'm only going to be minimizing to the dock on the bottom. Gone. I don't really need these. We'll leave them there for now. Okay, so let's actually have a look. Now I've got it looking how I want, we can actually have a look at this distribution. So if we go into accessories, what does it come with? Let's click display notes. Task manager, uses the Funa Final Manager, Vim text editor. Okay, so in education, LibreOffice Math, a few games there. Graphics, it comes with GIMP, which is pretty much all I use anyway. Shotwell, LibreDraw. Internet comes with GNOME dial-up tool. What is this? We'll have a look at that in a minute. Multimedia, it comes with Clementine, is a good music player. SM Tube, browse and search from YouTube. Okay, VLC out of the box. And it comes with your full LibreOffice suite, and your Raj calendar, and your settings. And okay, so where was that? I was trying to see what this dial-up tool is. So it's literally a dial-up tool. Crazy. Do people still use that? I don't know. Right, so I'm going to open up a terminal. Does it have HTOP installed? There we go. So it's using 440 meg out of 1.96 gig. This is a virtual machine. CPU utilization is pretty low. In fact, that's pretty good. It's quite impressive. So that's with Plank there as well running at the bottom, and it's also got Thunderbird Mail open and Funa File Manager open. Right, let's see how they manage updates, which is here. Can we just open it? View and upgrade, preview and apt-get dist upgrade. So does it just open up a terminal for you? Let's have a look. Okay. Ask you for your password. I'm going to guess it's just going to open up a terminal. Yeah. Press Y, so that's found 291 meg to be updated. Install these without verification. It's a virtual box, so we're just going to go ahead. Alternatively, just open up a terminal yourself and type in the update commands, and you won't have to do that. Right, we'll leave that down there. So is this a Mirage for images? Okay. So I want to have a look at the settings now. So as it's using XFCE, we can make things a bit prettier. So if we go into solid color, and then we can, oh, we need to enable composite. Okay, so we'll just put that back for a minute. I can't remember where that is on XFCE. Hold on. There we go. So enable display. Lovely. So now we should be able to make things a bit transparent. So go back into properties. Oh, my bad. Panel preferences. Appearances. Now we should. So that changes to alpha. I'm going to leave that like that. I'm just going to drop this. There you go, and you can see it's transparent. That's a bit too transparent. Let me just take it up to 85. 85. Close that. How does that? There we go. That looks a bit better. And then for your whisker menu, I do believe if you go into items, go into whisker, go into this bit here, appearances. There we go. So backgrounds, put that to 85 as well. We'll see how that looks. Okay. We should now close that. Oh, and now because see, now it all works. The dock's looking. It just needed to be composite need to be enabled. So now we can go back and put a different theme on. We can install some themes later as well. There we go. That looks much better. Okay. Let's see how it's getting on with that update. So that's still going. So we're just going to keep going while that's doing that, and hopefully it doesn't update something we're trying to use. Although it shouldn't really matter till you reboot, to be honest. Let's open up a writer. Okay, so it has no sort of lines to show you it's snapping, but it snaps, and it snaps 3 ways. Lovely. So if we open up the file manager, snap that like that, and then let's say you want a web browser open for whatever reason. Put that to the right. There we go. So snapping works perfectly as well. I'm actually quite impressed with this so far. I've sort of never heard of it. It was a YouTube comment about someone mentioning how they use it, and it's quite solid, and it is. So that's still going. Let's have a look. So clock just pops up with the Arrage. That's to unmount discs. Sort of click on that. So your power, sound. Let's open a mixer. Have a look at the mixer. Okay. Alarms. So that's your internet connections. Is that for your keyboard? Or is that just to tell me where I am? Yeah, so that's your keyboard switcher there. And is that your clipboard? Yeah, Clipman. Here's where you can switch to different workspaces. So if you wanted, you know, work on one side and then just sort of playing on the other, whatever, and then you can just switch to and from. Alright, so that's still going. While it's doing that, let's open up a system monitor window. I won't open up HTOP, I want to see their actual is it task manager? There we go. CPU sort of fluctuating. It's on 4 at the moment. Memory's at 43%. Is there? Can I actually see the numbers? No. Well, you get a sort of a feel for it there. Right, we'll keep that open there. Once this update's done, we'll wrap it up. But as a first impressions go, this is good. I'm very impressed with this. Hold on a minute. The default action is to keep your current version. Configuration file, blah blah blah. We'll just go for the default. hold on, default equals n. So let's just type in n. Oh, sorry, y, type in y. Alright, let's set up your locales. So that'll be done soon, and then we'll wrap it up. So Clementine is a good music manager for your local files. Let's just open it up and see what that looks like on here. And then if you go onto the internet, you can have plugins for radio and stuff, even Spotify. Wow, an additional plugin is required. We won't do that now while it's updating. So you can also have your Spotify, even got your Google Drive and your Dropbox, so you can get to all your music on the cloud from there as well. Podcast one is really good. I haven't used Clementine in a long while. Do you know what? I think I might install this on one of my main computers and have a further look at it. So thanks to the YouTube viewer who commented and told me about this, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have known. It's one of the nice sort of the things about XFCE is you can run into a few problems with composing on some distributions, but this one, because usually you can get a shadow just where the dock is. Usually you get a big line of a shadow like a bar, and you have to go into settings and disable shadow behind transparent docks or something, but that doesn't seem to be an issue here. We'll have a look quick at the wallpapers it comes with. Right, so comes with 6. Let's have a look, and they all have MX-16 written on the bottom right by the looks of it. I'm not quite sure I like that one. Little butterfly, that's probably the better one so far. That's not too bad either. And then we have this one. Alright, we'll pop it on this one. Do you know what, that's quite a nice looking desktop actually. So if we jump to Taskman, what we're using now, so we're still at 46%, and the terminal is still going. Oh, all finished. So this terminal could be okay, done. So this has been MX-16 Debian based distribution. I've been Tyler, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.